So welcome back to another weekly Friday update. Today we're on the West Norfolk coast, Hunstanton. It's the warmest day of the year so far, so we thought we'd make use of it. Stay until the end because we're going to have a £50 competition. We've had 3 winners so far: Abby Widows, Matthew Brady, and recently Lee Tatum. So you could well be number 4. So today we've got 60 minutes and we're just going to run to Heacham and back again, and possibly just around Hunstanton just to finish it off. So it was Manchester nearly 2 weeks ago now. I ran 2:47. That'll give me entry into London next year, and well, any race, any marathon I so choose. I wouldn't mind doing Boston, Massachusetts again. I've done it twice. And you know, it's the most prestigious marathon in the world, so I wouldn't mind doing that, but we'll see. But worst come to the worst, we'll certainly do London next year. Lee Tatum, he'll be doing Manchester next year, so he said at Benjar on Saturday, so it'll be good to follow his training and his progress and see how he runs next year in Manchester. He'll love it. You know, it is second to London, but the atmosphere is really good. So the Manchester Marathon 2027 has been open for about 10 or so days now, and it's amazingly completely sold out. That's how popular it is. Over 40,000 places have already been sold for next year. So anyone wanting to do that, I think it's going to struggle. They'll probably release a few more places, but generally it's all sold out. Amazing. So my training this last week or so, obviously I've just been recovering from the marathon. It'll probably, take 3 or 4 weeks to recover properly. But the first initial week after the marathon, we just had a week off recovery. No running, nothing. And then, we did do the Ben's Yard Park Run, just nice and easy on the Saturday. And then on the Monday we had 30 minutes easy. On the Tuesday 45 minutes easy. Wednesday 60 minutes easy. Thursday was a rest day. And today, Friday, we've got 60 minutes. So next week I've got a Eastern Masters 1500 metres track race on Wednesday. That's in Bury St Edmunds. And then at the weekend I'll be down in Devon racing the Bideford 10k, representing the England Masters. So next week will be a good one. Be looking forward to that. So what a race last weekend in London, the men's elite field. Wow. You know, for 5 or so years now, Eliud Kipchoge has been threatening that 2-hour mark. Obviously he did it in Vienna in a staged event where he had everything in his favour, and up until now no one's ever done it in a real race, but two of them, Sebastian Sawe and Yomif Kechelka, both ran sub 2 hours, which was absolutely amazing. Now the sky's the limit. I imagine many more people would probably do it. I personally thought it was going to be Jacob Kiplimo who would be the person to first go under the 2 hour mark, but he finished in third, and he ran an amazing time himself. He had beaten Kiptum's world record of 2 hours and 35 seconds. So in itself, his run was amazing as well, and he finished third. Kechelka's run, to me, was the most impressive, running sub 2 hours on his first marathon. That is just bonkers. You know, obviously him and Sawe were pushing each other all the way to create these magical times. And these three, Sawe, Kechelka and Kiplimo, are the future of marathon running. And it's going to be really exciting to see where they take it. Kiplimo was only running, I think it's probably his second marathon. It was Kechelka's first marathon, and Sawe's only done 2, 3 or 4 marathons. So they're all relatively new to marathon running. And they're going to push the boundaries beyond we could ever imagined. So the atmosphere in London was awesome, as always. I hope that came across in the video. You know, Tower Bridge, one of the most popular places for spectators, was rammed as usual, extremely loud, and it really gives the runners a big encouragement at about mile 12 going over the bridge. So Sunday is the great East Anglian Run 10k for gear. I'm just gonna jog around that, take lots of footage content, make a video out of it. I'll be saving myself for Bideford the weekend after. So yeah, we're gonna have a £50 competition at the Bideford 10k next weekend. £50 for anyone who can correctly guess my finish time in minutes and seconds. So comment down below if you want to have a go. Entries will close next Saturday at 9 AM. That's that done, 1 hour, 60 minutes. Whew. That's hot. That's hot going this way, backwind, and it's, you know, nice and cool, but hard work heading north into the wind. But we got it done. So now it's all about getting fitter, faster, stronger, ready for Chicago in October. Trying to go sub 240 at the age of 54. That'll be close, that'll be tough. But we're going to work hard through the summer. We're going to call it Project 239. And it just keeps me honest and dedicated. It gives me something to aim for all through the summer.
Sean, man racing, do better, be better, do better, be better.